Now we're back to everyone's irresponsibility.
Missy, you have to be irresponsible now about something.
She did. She forgot her backup camera.
That's right. Well, I forgot the main camera. The main camera.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one today.
Shall we just start again?
We're just going to keep going with the 63rd episode. And today...
The 64th episode.
64th episode, exactly. The 64 again.
Shit up.
All right. And scene. No. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, to the 64th episode of Strobing Butt Plug with a second take because this fucking laptop decided to say, you.
It's like Missy's GoPro.
Mm-hmm.
I am the host this week, Ron Lynch, and hopefully this thing doesn't die because the amazing co-host Missy forgot her GoPro this week. However, the court stenographer Ariana maybe didn't forget to not write down the episode, so we're definitely on 64. Probably, right?
We're on 64 number 2, if not.
Yeah, 64 number 2.
64 now, at least.
64 the second.
That's right.
64 the second coming.
Oh.
Ooh. We're here to talk shit, drink craft beer, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, hi guys.
Hi.
How the fuck are we doing?
Nah.
Nah.
It was cool.
It's cool.
Doing okay.
Mm-hmm. I need a backyotimy.
Oh, what?
I need a backyotimy.
A backyotimy.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. She got old lady back problems. You know why your back hurts? Because you're carrying us on every episode of this show, bitch.
That's right. God damn it. For
true.
64 episodes, I'm broke. Jesus Christ.
Everybody but Missy is lame.
Today's a lame day for me.
Mm.
So what's up, dude? What's up?
So let's see. I guess we'll get too into this. Which one of these two shorties shall we go for first?
The butt plug shaped one.
Okay. Butt plug for a butt plug.
Our butt plug one is cherry toffee. And
wait, who's that by?
Oh, and even look at it, it's just like the shape of the bottle and saw the cherry.
Have we not had that one?
We've never had that one.
Huh. Okay.
But
I've seen it before.
It's a butt plug shaped one. It's cool. I like the shape of the bottle enough. I bought 2 of them, so if it's good, I have another one for the house. Phenomena.
That's right. We looked at some plant holders, and they made us think of some Sesame Street characters, and so I started singing.
The Phenomenas.
I like them.
Do.
Do.
Phenomena.
Wish I had to fart real loud right now. I would try to fart the phenomena.
And that's how she shit her pants
That
today.
sounds like a goal to achieve.
Dude, I was almost shitting my pants yesterday at work. I had some coffee, and then I was just like, I need to cut down on this coffee. Sometimes it gives me, too much gives me heartburn, and too much makes me jittery. So I was like, we're just going to see what we can do here. You fucking jipped her, dude.
I knew you were going to jit me, Mama.
Well, I have another bottle, so I could put more. I could go get it.
But then,
How even does that look?
It looks like you jipped yourself. That's right. But then what did I do? Oh, so then I'm like, I'm gonna
that's about right.
do some tea, and I'm like, maybe some tea will be good.
A corn shot.
Like, I'm gonna try some matcha tea.
We got some old German-looking people on there with some cherries.
They look like elves. They don't look like
gnomes.
Germans. Yeah, gnomes and elves, not fucking.
Well, it's like a German style. I don't know.
Let me see this, because this, if they were German, they wouldn't be as small as the cherries. They're fucking people, not gnomes and elves. Ron, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, who's it say made that? Did it?
Dude, I swear I've had this before. Or I've seen this bottle somewhere, and I'm trying to place where the hell I've seen it.
It doesn't. Imported by Duvel Mortgat USA Ltd. Cooperstown, New York.
We got an ABV on?
Product of Belgium.
8%.
So anyway.
It smells nice.
What was I saying before that?
Something about your matcha tea.
Oh yeah, it almost made me poop my pants.
Cool.
So it's like I was like, I wanted to get some, but I didn't want to get it from like a coffee shop. I wanted to get some to taste it, like if it was just plain, to see how I wanted to make it.
It's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it smells really good.
Tastes better than it smells.
But then I was like, it's funny.
That's what she said about
Right,
it.
that's what she said. But
Tastes better, smells. Man, smells like 3-day-old tuna fish and turtle tank water.
but no, so I had this matcha tea shit, and I was like, what the fuck? Why do I keep like running to the bathroom? And then it was kind of like, I think it was that tea powder, and it just didn't get mixed in my tea very well, and it was like sludgy, and it tasted like pond scum. And I was like, well, maybe not. Maybe it tastes like spinach water. And then I was like, this really needs some stuff added to it. And then I added some creamer that I swiped from the hospital. And then it just, every time I added more stuff, I was like, nah, maybe it's a little bit better. And I don't know. Then I accidentally left it in the truck. And I'm like, ha ha ha. Somebody's going to steal it and get diarrhea and shit themselves to work.
The matcha powder or like the whole drink?
It was powder.
Oh,
Jesus. If they stole the whole drink, I'd be upset that they stole my cool cup. But then I'd be so laughing if they drank something that was days old.
Well, I was just sitting there thinking about it, sitting in the cup for like days and getting stanky and nasty.
Ooh, that's good.
And stinking up the truck, you know what I'm saying?
Did we ever inform our audience that your shiwi was not stolen?
I don't know.
I was not informed your shiwi was not stolen.
The shiwi was not. I actually used it today.
Nice. Yes.
I was like, I took this dude to the airport in Columbus, and then like, I was like, as soon as I got to him, I was like, damn, I gotta pee. And he was at the airport, so it's not like because it was really weird. He was trying to get a rental car, and he could not get a rental car, and so the only place he could get one was Columbus, and he actually lives in Akron. And so he was trying to get home. He's like, I don't think anybody would want to like Uber me to Akron. I was like, well, today I wouldn't be able to because it's a little later and I need to get home. But I was like, normally I would do shit like that. And so but like it's like I didn't have to go to the bathroom. And as soon as I got to him, I was like, fuck, I gotta pee. And then so it was like an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 20-minute drive just to take him. I'm like, oh god, I gotta pee. Jesus, I gotta pee. And then as soon as I left and I got into this McDonald's.
Drip.
No, I fucking grabbed the shiwi. I was like, oh yeah. And then it was like, I just kept going. I'm like, when does it fucking stop? And, it was like really great because I got to use my shiwi, which I'm going to take with me this weekend. So I'm going to use it in the porta potties.
Well, I was going to say,
good idea.
I'll say the thing, so this weekend, what are we doing this weekend, guys? Since they should know.
That's right. They should know because you've mentioned it before. We're going to Riot Fest.
This weekend, you're like, we're going to Riot Fest. She's all calm. We're going to fucking Riot Fest. It'll be cool.
It's going to be a riot.
It's up in Chicago. First day's headliner is My Chemical Romance. Second day is Misfits. And third day is 9 Inch Nails.
Mm-hmm.
Then a bunch of little people that I've looked at briefly and then I've glazed over because it's just too damn many.
I feel like the majority of the people I want to see are literally the last day. The Yeahs. And I do want to see Coolio and Ice Cube just because that's just funny shit.
Coolio would be the shit.
Hell yeah, it would be. He's like fat and old now.
Is he?
I've seen him. I saw him on a video, and he was fat and old. I was like, damn, he's looking like fat and old.
I mean, who isn't fat and old?
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't get fat and old?
Not knocking him. Just saying that he's totally fat and old.
Yeah, but he's still up there doing it.
Absolutely.
But it's weird, like when you see somebody like a long time ago, and then all of a sudden you see them again, you're like, holy shit!
Right.
And it's nothing like we're knocking him because we did the same thing,
right? And so it's like and he's still got his hair and the braids and shit on the video at least that I saw, and so I was like, damn, he's probably like 50 doing that shit, and it's kind of like I want to dress like I did when I was 14, but then like now I'm like. Would I be able to like pass it off? Like I'd have to be good at it. I'd have to own that shit, not just wear it and be like, ha. I'd be like, this is me, damn it.
I mean, you could go for like a Fred Durst. Limp Bizkit.
Right, but I don't know.
You didn't see those pictures?
I don't.
So like they hadn't done anything or toured in years, and then there was like some reunion thing of him. And Fred Durst went from looking like this big buff muscle badass like douchebag guy to like your fucking grandpa or some shit. Look up that picture. Look up those pictures, man. They're hilarious.
Another picture I'm looking up.
Coolio?
No.
My dick?
Definitely no.
Haha.
I don't know what her name is. There's like this old lady who like dresses really colorfully, and she's like fucking badass.
Cool.
And she like
I know who you're talking about.
She's like what I'd always call like the old gay or something. what I always thought.
gay.
I don't know, but she like dresses like in rainbow colors all the time.
Yes.
And
Yes.
She's got gray hair, and she's just like...
she's like 90 something. Or
Yeah.
she's
Cool as
90
fuck.
something, and she looks really cool still. And
Yeah.
that's what I pictured when Missy said she's gonna dress like she is when she's 14.
Hell
Because
yeah.
I want to do that when I get old. I'm just gonna start
That's right.
being.
Just remember that the key part here is when we do it, we have to make sure no one's like, oh, do you have dementia, sweetie? Did you forget that you're not 14?
Well, you know, what I was thinking when, you know, I'm picturing us all being like in our 90s, and like we're still doing the strobing butt plug, but we're just going to be those old people on the couches that are just gossiping and shit. Kind of like we are now.
Did you
But
see
we're gonna,
Stella in her room with that guy?
but we're gonna be wearing some shitty matching windbreaker outfits.
That'll be badass. We'll be hanging out in the lanai.
Oh, yeah.
So on that, right, you're going to get a preview of what I might look like when I'm that old here very soon, because I've decided my Halloween costume. Based off of recent events, I'm going to be the zombie queen of England. The zombie drag queen of England.
I remember you posting that.
Francis was at a thrift store over the weekend and found, quote, "Oh my God, Ron, it's the perfect outfit, the perfect dress. Here it is, and yeah. Yes.
That'd be fun.
I will be the zombie drag queen of England."
So, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to be, but I'm going to be something, and maybe we should dress like on the same day, because it would be kind of like a celebrity theme type of deal.
I was thinking that this morning. I was like, what should I dress like? I'm like, I would really like to dress like this. I was like, we should all do like a theme to that movie.
As I say, I'll dress as the zombie drag queen.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh.
So I'll dress as the zombie drag queen of England. You can dress as Frankenfurter, who was the queen of that movie. And then you can dress as...
I was thinking, well, if we do the Rocky Horror Picture Show, we'll all dress like that. But we did more shows the last time. We did a couple.
Oh, I know.
Right, yeah.
I know. I was sitting there thinking we could do three queens, though. The zombie drag queen of England, someone dresses Frankenfurter, and then someone dresses Freddie Mercury.
Well, I already got my outfit picked out. I already know what I'm going to be, Ronald.
That's right.
You don't get to pick my Halloween costume.
That's right, man.
No,
right.
we do like multiple episodes, though.
But you don't get to pick anybody else's Halloween costume. You pick your own, and nobody wants to be fucking Frankenfurter.
You pick a theme, and then everybody picks their own fucking costume.
Well,
right.
It's actually less enthused about Frankenfurter and more about Freddie Mercury. So I would like to see one of you two ladies in a Freddie Mercury mustache.
I can pull it off.
It's good.
I just gotta grow this out.
That's right. There you go.
So what's going on this week, guys? Anything good?
Nothing.
No, dude, I've got nothing.
Been like excruciatingly lame.
I've had cool things happen, but not anything I want to talk about in here.
I had a shitty thing happen.
Right, you did.
Last Thursday, my daughter's buddy and her were at the house, and he tried to open the porch door. And instead of pushing the wood part of the old-ass porch door, he put his hand through the glass. And the bastard cut 6 tendons. And
Little bastard. Fuck that son of a bitch, piece of shit.
that beautiful sweet angel cut 6 tendons and severed an artery.
I mean, if he was that bad, I don't feel like Ron would be like, yeah, just come on over.
He's like there all the goddamn time.
That's cool.
And like it's to the point when he comes
That
over.
bastard.
He's there all the fucking time.
You're there all the time too, fucking bastard.
Yes, but like he's just like, oh, I'm gonna make a sandwich. You'll just go into the kitchen, start making a sandwich, and getting a pop. And
That's
like,
how it's
He's
supposed
like
to
your
be.
second kid.
That's right.
That's how Missy was at my house.
And that's what she did in my house, but not as much usually.
Because I was more shy.
But if my parents were like nowhere to be found, or like just, they weren't in the main level of the house, she was comfortable and she'd be like, I'm just going to get or in the middle of the night, definitely.
If they were there, I would just sneak downstairs quietly.
That's
Well,
right,
like,
you still fucking do it.
the kid had to have surgery, and they cauterized the.
I like how he's saying carterized.
Cauterized.
They carterized it.
They
cauterized
it. He doesn't have any feeling in that left thumb anymore.
He'd probably end up getting it back.
And his arm is like one of these things, like this huge puffy thing. It's not a cast per se, but it's immobilized. And
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I went over to his house Sunday, because that's when he finally got home from the fucking hospital. This shit happened Thursday.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Dude got like 2 transfusions and shit because he left a lot of people sauce everywhere. That was great. My daughter's thoroughly traumatized, probably for a while. And I will just state that I will bitch about her to no end, but she immediately called 911, more or less slapped him to shut him up. Then the next thing she did was, put pressure on it.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
good.
So she did a good job on that. And
so she's good in panic situations then?
Yeah.
I feel like even at that, when you call 911, they will tell you, like, hey, you stay calm, do this, do this, do this. So even if you know nothing, they'd be like, do this. Do you have one of these? Can you get a hold of this? Do this. And they're there to instruct you, like, basic preservation of the situation so they can...
But the thing that I thought was more amusing than anything, like, I was sitting there talking with his mom while Saren and him were talking in the house. I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I mentioned something about him. Oh, yeah, he's always coming over and stealing pops and all this stuff. And she's like, is he really now? Yeah, I'm like, I yell at him to pick up after himself and throw the pop cans away. I don't give a shit. He's not allowed to have soda at my house. He said he never has it at your house.
That's funny.
She started giving, like, this, angry parent going to ground him look. I'm like, your son just almost died. I don't really give a rat's ass if he's drinking on my fucking Mountain Dew. It's okay.
That's really funny. I wonder, I don't know, unless she just doesn't like it. But then, I don't know. I want to take all of the words that you've said and I want to turn it into like a depicted, like, that fucking bastard stealing all my soda, always at my house. What was really amusing about the whole situation is that he almost died.
What? He almost fucking died.
The amusing part of it all.
Dude, like, I wound up using, like...
You sound like a horrible person.
I am a horrible person. Cleaning up all that fucking blood was like...
It's okay. I'll tell you what happened today.
Cleaning up all that damn blood was like 3 or 4 paper towel rolls and like a whole bunch of towels.
3 or 4 paper towels. I was gonna be like, you bitch.
3 or 4 paper towels.
It was so fucking much. I should have made him clean it before the ambulance toted him away. Little son of a bitch. I should have left it there for him. Ha ha ha.
I had 2 mops. They both got thrown out.
No, fucker, I'm going to bill him for it, too.
Well, it was funny because when I mentioned that to his mom, was like, yeah, to chuck that and do all this. She's like, oh, we'll get you a care package, get new mops. I'm like, I've got it. I bought new mops. We're cool.
It's so funny.
And I'm like, he spent how many days in the hospital? I'm like, yeah, homeowners insurance know about this so I don't get raped with a bill later or sued.
Kid almost dies in man's house. Man's afraid of getting raped.
I mean, it wasn't the first thing I thought of.
I bet the news people have so much fun just creating fucking articles and making it sound worse than
you're in the wrong business.
Damn it! I fucked myself over. Why? Why did I become an EMT?
You get in the business of
just twisting other people's words.
Flashy headlines.
Damn it!
So what were you going to say that wasn't going to make me sound quite as horrible will probably still make me sound horrible?
I was instigating a fight between a man and a 5-year-old today.
Yes! Kicking little kids' asses.
So what happened?
So a friend at work, apparently, like, his daughter started preschool, and, like, this girl was talking shit to her or something, and he's like, I gotta kick a 5-year-old's ass. I was like, kick her ass!
Right.
Man, the number of times they said that when she was that size.
Oh, that's great.
So, yeah, it was, like, in a group chat thing, and, like, it was, like, me and my other friend, we were, like, instigating him to kick a 5-year-old's ass.
Well, I was gonna say there was that one time I kicked a 7-year-old's ass, but you were there. It was when I fucking grabbed a hold of Jeremy, and I know I told the story on here, kicked his legs out from underneath of him because he sprayed me with soda when we were living in there. Oh, were you there? Like, me and Larry were moving an air conditioner to, like, across the street to, our apartment, And so Jeremy's like, he had a water gun. I'm like, dude, no, not right now. It's really hot out. And then he squirted me and he was like, licked his finger and he was like, it's Pepsi. And then I just fucking snapped. and I went to chase him down, but I fucking slipped in the mud that was all over the sidewalk. Ripped my favorite jeans. There were a pair of jeans that you made that like, you cut I think you cut the outside, like right here, and then you sewed a different, like, shade of jean material right here, so they were, like, flared. And, like, so it ripped a big hole in the knee, and I was so fucking pissed. And he came back by again, and I grabbed, there was, like, a 2-liter or a 20-ounce. I think it was a 20-ounce of Dr. Pepper that Larry had. And I took the lid off of it, and I grabbed Jeremy, and I kicked his legs out from underneath him, and I just held him there, and I dumped it on him, and then I, like, threw the empty bottle at him, and he got up, he was like, that was cool, and then he, like, ran into the house. I was, like, so fucking pissed.
Dude, he was, like, the cutest little kid,
He was still really cool, right? Like, you know, and for months after that, Larry was like, I felt so bad for this little kid, because he'd come up to me, he'd be like, tap me on his stomach, hey Missy, and I just walk right through him and shakes. I was so fucking pissed. And then there was the one day that I was sitting on the stairs, and he came over with some Pokemon cards. I was like, damn it. And then he was like, I got this Pokemon card and this Pokemon card. And it was months later, like 6 months later. And I was like, yeah, man, this is really cool, man. I like him. He's like, I'm sorry I squirted. Sorry, I fucking ignored you and treated you like you were dead to me for 6 months, dude. Like, but yeah.
So,
beating up kids is cool. Your coworkers should totally go for it.
I encourage them. So our second beer is, was it Trogs?
I would say Trogs.
Trogs.
Is that those 2 dots, a long O?
And maybe. TRO with funny little dots above it. EGS. Trogs. Oktoberfest lager. 6.1%. I don't know where the hell they're from. There's a little porn shot.
Mom's house.
I feel like he's just not even giving any effort into reading the bottle.
Yeah, Ron, read the fucking bottle.
Yeah, bro. What you doing? It's funny. Seeing the label, there's nothing to do with pretzels on it, but for some reason I expect it to taste
looks
like
like Munich Pilsner. Malty. Beery.
I like it. It's beer.
Beer flavored beer. That's kind of
tasty, crisp, and festo.
6%. Ew, I don't like it. You know I like it. It tastes like hot dog water.
I hate hot dog water. This is very thin.
But it might be because of the cherry stuff.
Yeah, the cherry stuff was good. I was kind of debating on saving that as the mystery, but frankly, I just like the can on the mystery too damn much.
Tastes like hot dog water. I'll drink it, but it definitely tastes like hot dog water, and I don't see how you're not tasting hot dog water.
This is Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
You think so?
Not to say, yeah.
I don't really think it tastes like hot dog water.
It's their version. It's their version of an Oktoberfest.
It's their version of hot dog water.
Well, part of the brewing process is to throw 600 Collins Wiener packs in the water while they boil it.
Yeah, I think they were just making hot dogs, and they were like, well, I don't want to waste this water. I'm just going to put it in there.
Ew.
I think that's what happened.
So when they were steeping the beer, they just dropped the hot dog straight in and did that?
I think so. That's fucking, yeah. I don't know how I feel about this. It's not the worst thing I've ever drank, but it's not great, I don't think.
No, I feel like they
oh shit, that reminds me.
made the beer and then at first decided to boil the hot dogs in it after the beer was made.
Maybe.
So they could flavor their hot dogs, and they're like, we're going to marinate and flavor our hot dog branded beer, and this is going to be great. And it didn't really take off, and they're like, damn it, what are we going to do with all this beer? I know, let's fucking bottle it and sell it and we're going to call ourselves a brewery now. And then, so it's, yeah.
So, I almost forgot. So, what do we rate the first one?
Ooh, yeah, that was like a good old,
I think a 3.5.
I'd do a 4.
I'll give it a 4. I mean, I bought a second bottle because I was hoping it'd be good.
I gotta find my...
Since we were bitching about this, I was like, oh shit, we need to reach them.
I know.
It's not bad.
I found it. I see it.
And I feel bad that I brought
It's not very carbonated.
I feel bad that I brought something that isn't great, but like, we don't have to have something great every time.
You're right. You can have normal, regular beer.
All right. Missy said 4.
Mm-hmm.
Ron said what?
On the cherry, give it a 4.
4. And I'm going to give it a 4 too.
A 4-2.
A 4 too.
On this Oktoberfest, I'll go with a 2.
I agree.
I could go with a 2.5 to a 3. It just tastes like I'm a little bit disappointed in the lack of carbonation, so I'll go with a 2.5.
It's definitely a wheat ale, and they just modified their like normal lagered out wheat ale for an Oktoberfest version, I think.
That's right.
So, I don't have anything to talk about this week.
Neither do I.
It's all in you, Ron.
Still wait. Come on, Ron. All you. The pressure's on you.
So what band?
So the best part about Riot Fest
that's what I was going to talk
is
about.
that even though I have a room that's got 2 beds, we're all going to share the same bed. And we're going to make Ron sleep in the middle so that way me and Ariana can fucking Dutch oven the shit out of Ron.
That's right, guys. So, I'm going to be sharing a bed with these 2 lovely ladies. And you know what we're going to do in that bed? Fart.
Fucking
Dutch oven the
shit out of Ron.
Fart. Just going to fart all night long.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I asked if we should bring some scented candles, and they're like, fuck no scented candles.
And if he doesn't accept us to lay in bed with him and he tells us no, then I'm just going to wait till he's asleep and I'm going to fart in his face so he gets pink eye.
I'm going to fart in his pillow so when
While
he
in the shower. Like fluff it up a whole bunch.
Why does it smell like fart?
Fluff it up a whole bunch and then like try to fart like right into it to where it's like the fart is trapped in the little cushiony part. So when he's like, and he's and it's like right up in his face.
I'm gonna fart in like whatever bottles he brings, like got body wash or anything like that.
You guys should make this so hot, man. Just so excited. Oh my goodness.
That's right. Like
if shit in a suitcase.
It's gonna be a book bag. It's gonna be cool. You just like shit in the book bag and just fucking like stomp on it like you're smashing grapes.
You're not wrong though. It's just a weekend trip, so it is just gonna be a book bag.
I'm gonna shit in the book bag.
I really like the idea of smashing grapes and just like stepping in his book bag.
Can you just instead of the phrase smashing grapes, can you please use the phrase waffle stomping?
Waffle stomping?
Well, it's not really waffle stomping if it's not going down a drain, though.
I just like the word waffle stomping.
I do too.
It is a good.
Just shit in the shower right before you take a shower. So
Waffle stomping that shit on down.
He's gonna be so pissed. Like Ariana's gonna go in there and take a shit in the toilet, and I'm gonna leave it in there, and I'm gonna take a shit in the shower, and I'm gonna close the curtain, and then it's like gonna be Ron's turn to be like, God, it fucking stinks in here, Jesus, guys. And he's gonna flush the toilet, be like, why does it still stink in here? And he's gonna like fucking stand in the shower, and hopefully he slips in it some.
How I died in Chicago. So other than shitting and being...
Be like, damn it, Ron is fat. How are we gonna get him out of this tub? Well, we can try to waffle stomp him down the drain too.
I love you guys. The amount of love that they express for me right now.
Ron, you're just a big old turd, you piece of shit.
I've been called better by worse. Not many, but I've been called worse. Worse by better. Whatever.
Called better by worse. I don't know which one's the worst thing. I've been called worse by better, or I've been called better by worse. It's like...
Both are equally insultive to me.
That's good stuff. I like it.
I'm excited for this shitty weekend.
Mm-hmm. The shitty weekend.
That's what we're gonna name it.
The shitty weekend.
So, other than farting and hotel-related activities, what band are you excited to see the most of?
Yeah, and Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah. I would say the Yeah and Coolio and Misfits.
I'm a little bit excited to freaking see My Chemical Romance. Like, I'm gonna freaking... little bit.
I mean, they're cool. They are cool. But it's just kind of like, I don't know. Maybe they're just like, I was kind of thinking they're overrated, but maybe they're not.
For me, because I didn't start listening to any of their shit until recently because I stole it from my daughter.
Gotcha.
They're new.
Right, because I'm like, I've heard them so much, it's like, meh.
And to me, I don't hear enough shit that I describe as new anymore. It's all the same wash, rinse, repeat, you know? That's the large version. We were going to try to go to them when they were in the area back in August, but the paycheck said, fuck you, buddy, don't do that. So,
Fuck you, buddy, don't do that. That's great.
true story.
So I think the Samuel Adams pre-beer Oktoberfest is better than this.
The best
More
part about
carbonation in it. And I don't like Sam Adams beers.
the best part about the Sam Adams is that it's a fucking year old too.
Right.
Because its best buy date is like a month or so ago.
Oh, yeah.
It's the shit that Mr. Zach gave me.
It still tastes delicious.
It's the fan on the little computer.
Dude, I've been like having noise issues lately. Like I hear weird humming noises and shit, and it's driving me freaking crazy.
You hear it like all the time. Like I do too, but I hear it every morning when I wake up. Especially, I'll be laying in bed, and all of a sudden it just goes. I'm like,
So let's see. What other fun things? Oh,
you were going to talk about your house being haunted.
yes, I was going to mention that.
Were you actually getting ready to say that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So after everything that went down, like the trauma and the screaming, I don't know. Y'all know that I'm not especially a believer in that shit, but with all the crap that went down and the trauma of Miles screaming and just the fucking blood everywhere, it was like horror film level shit for real. I worked from home on Friday and I did not have the mental capacity to get off my ass and go in and do anything. I had no good reason to not to. I didn't get to bed any later, but I was just like fucking done. Well, I stayed at the house and I worked until I ran out of work to do about 3, and I went and lay down on the recliner, and the house was dead silent, and Charlie, my dog, was laying on the sofa next to me, as he often do. Saren was out taking a walk or doing shit. She wasn't in the house is the important part. And, like, Charlie is real sensitive about anybody coming up to the front door or any noises. He'll just sit there and, like, look and bark. He's a good guard dog. But sitting there, like, was half awake, half asleep, and he was just looked up into the corner of the living room. Absolutely nothing there, and he's just like...
Did you tell us that? This sounds familiar.
I might have said it over the group chat or something, maybe to over Snapchat. But he was just like looking up and he's like, I was like, woke up and I was like, the fuck are you doing, dude? He's just looking up in that corner and like following around, like basically be like eye level from a person, just growling and barking at it. And he like followed over to the living room or from the living room into the kitchen to the porch with his eyes. Never got off the couch. He barked at it a few times, like really angry bark for him. And then back into the living room, like, what the fuck, Charlie?
That's really weird.
And he kept doing it. It was like, I just, kind of just like, yo, yes, person got hurt here, Ghost. I don't remember the exact words, but settle the fuck down. It's okay, Ghost. Nobody actually died here.
Except for the ghost.
Well,
probably.
At that particular time.
Right.
And Charlie settled down after that. A little bit later, I kind of was like half in and awake. I don't know if it's because I didn't have my glasses on, but there was kind of like almost, because I woke up again with my eyes blurred, almost a haze towards where the TV was for a second. I don't know if I was seeing shit or not, but it was like kind of fucked up feeling for me.
That's pretty cool.
And, I've had my previous experiences in my house possibly being haunted, but nothing's ever like really been triggered. So I didn't know if like traumatic experience woke up something, or if it was just my brain being fucked up.
Well, we just need to don't die yet. We're gonna waffle stomp you. Can't waffle stomp you in Ariana's porch.
There.
But now it's kind of like, all right, we got to study. We gotta do the things and get the machines. We gotta wand your house and all that shit.
With all the electronics that are in there, those wands will go fucking nuts.
Probably.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I've talked about the other time in my house having like a haunted experience.
I feel like, yeah.
I've definitely said it on here where when I first moved in, what's now the game room, I was putting the doorknob on the front door, change out the locks.
Yes.
And like the door to the game room like opened itself just a creak and it was pitch black. I said, hey, I bought this house. This is mine now. Threatened an exorcism. And then it went and shut itself.
I want to see a lot of shit like that.
Now, mind you, my house was built in 1905. Spooks, crazy brain, who knows?
I want to see a lot of shit like that. I would probably get scared, but it'd be cool because being scared's fun.
Oh, I wasn't
I
scared.
don't get scared about shit like that as much anymore.
Right.
For me, it wasn't scared. It was more along the lines, particularly the other day, because I was tired and just done. I was pissed. It's like, come on, stop fucking around. I'm tired here. Give me a break, man. You know?
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
Righto.
So, we are not nearly close enough to get to the mystery yet.
Oh,
So.
we totally are. We're usually around 35, 40 minutes with the
All right.
mystery.
Are we?
Yeah. Because then we get really stupid and we just start talking.
Okay, well. The mystery is not anything particularly special, aside from the fact that
Boo.
I fucking love the can.
Okay.
And I've often heard about these type of beers, but never actually come across them in the wild.
Sounds fun. I had quite the loud open.
So this beer is partially in honor of the Queen, based off of where it was made.
Ew, I think it smells. I smelled like rubbing alcohol for a second.
I didn't smell shit. I think when I do that sniffing, though, I smell the sausage you made. The breakfast sausage.
We had Brenner.
Brenner. Breakfast dinner.
Girl makes some damn good pancakes.
I know we had breakfast last week, but I really wanted pancakes last week and I didn't have time to make them.
That's right. I really liked the avocado, though, last week with the bacon and eggs. It was fucking
Man, I
good.
did a piss poor pour, didn't I?
Yeah, leave it to Ron.
That's what you do.
Alright, so I already know what it tastes like.
Fucking cheater!
Well, I got a 4-pack of them. My first thoughts are,
Smells like beer.
yeah,
It's beer, very beer-like in the smell.
It has like a little bit of a different smell to it.
Kind of like cardboards and Band-Aids. Maybe not, though.
yep, tastes like the one I had yesterday.
An IPA?
I think
It
it
tastes
tastes.
IPA-ish, but different, really different.
Good.
I think it tastes very metal. Very like angry metal. I'm dropping subtle hints.
I was going to say, sounds like some kind of rock band is on the thing. What have I seen? A Metallica beer?
Not Metallica.
It's a Queen.
Not Queen.
Sex Pistols?
Elton John.
That would be funny.
So the Queen and the Queen. Yep.
Sure, why not?
I've got Trooper, Iron Maiden.
Oh, I was getting ready to say Iron
Freaking Iron Maiden, charged with flavor, premium British lager.
Nice.
Brewed in Britain, and it's, was it? Not British, it's like 7%. I just like the can.
That is pretty cool. I like it.
Does it have anything in it besides beer?
Just a British lager.
Because I feel like it smells like something. Like when I first smelled it, I was getting like a hint of something, and I can't really like put my finger on what it is.
Onward rode the god, the charge of Light Brigade, which inspired the Iron Maiden song "The Trooper," took place at the Battle of Balaclava.
Backlava?
Well, it's got a B-A-L-A-C. Balaclava.
I don't know how you say that, but that's basically what I had. Thing.
Right. 1854, during the Crimean War.
Crimean.
When 600 British cavalry. Right. That one I do know how to say, but it did not say it right. Courageously charged and massed Russian artillery. The massed, not and massed. This gallant but foolhardy assault resulted in a massive loss of life and came about due to a misunderstanding of an order given by the commanding officer, Lord Raglan. Launched in 2013, Trooper is an award-winning premium British beer that has sold over 15 million pints worldwide. Iron Maiden vocalist Bruce Dickinson worked with Robinsons to develop a beer which has depth of character, malt flavors, and citric notes from a unique blend of Bowick, Goldings, and Cascade hops dominate this deep golden ale with subtle hint of lemon. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Subtle hint of lemon. Maybe that's what I was getting.
And of course the porn shop. I keep wanting to lift this up for the other one, but it's not here right now.
Porn shop.
We got like a Iron Maiden looking artwork there. I just like the can. Saw that last night when we were at the beer store in town. It never has anything. Hasn't had anything like especially good in a while. And I was like, okay, well that's one of them. So, what do you guys rate this one?
I kind of like it, but it smells peppery. That's not a bad thing. I'm just saying it does.
It's a beer. It's not a flavored beer or anything like that.
Nope. It smells peppery, and it's lemons, so it's a lemon pepper beer.
I feel like I would give this a 3.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm going to give it a little higher. I'm going to give it a 4. I like it in terms of
Right.
Sometimes I want a beer-flavored beer.
A regular beer. I kind of like it on that too, but
It went good with the steak.
Also,
It went good with the steak and potatoes I had last night.
Yeah.
Steak
And,
or
and,
hamburgers.
and of course, I'm going to say this one because of all the British shit on it. I'm going to do this one in the honor of the fucking dead queen. Go Queen of England, whatever, dead.
Go Queen of England dead.
Ron said a 4.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I'll give it a 3.5 because I mean I like it, and it's good for a regular beer. It does have the depth and body that I would like of a regular beer.
See, when I was sipping on this one last night, I was thinking about the concert weekend. Feels like a concert beer. It's not anything particularly special, but like if I was at a concert, like this would be the kind of a beer you're going to go pay, $5-10 for. That's way too much.
Yeah,
but
it's not going to be no $5 beer.
Well, but it's going to be like, this is the best goddamn beer ever. I'm going to drink 12 of them.
I feel like at the concert, it's like you're always going to have that shitty piss beer. Not necessarily. They serve pretty good beers at concerts, but especially being an outside concert, I don't know that I would want to drink a lot of these outside.
But that was the mood I was feeling. Plus, it does say that it was, brewed actually in England. Shit. Cheshire, England. So this is actually brewed in England and imported over here. So that kind of hits one of my buttons of import beers, That's not an actual fake import beer like what was that?
The one I was thinking that
The Japanese beer.
that was here.
Yeah, the Japanese.
Brewed by Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah. So it's an actual import beer, not a fake import beer.
That's right.
So, yeah. So we either need to drink more or talk more.
So we had a company picnic at work this week.
Hey, there you go.
And last year, I think it was this picnic we had, but it was like the grossest food last year. They had like these chicken wings and they were like eating rubber. And I'm like, dude, just because I work in a factory doesn't mean I don't have taste buds. But, and
Did whoever make it last year have COVID?
I don't know, but it was fucking gross. Like nobody liked it. But this year they had like brats and hot dogs and shit like that. And these fucking hot dogs were huge. They're like the size of a brat.
Yeah, I'm about to take them home.
She's like, well, it's been a little while. Can I have a few of these to take home? No particular reason.
My cat gets starved. My
cat's hungry. It needs to eat. Yeah, my cat really likes to eat hot dogs.
I walked up and my guy friend was eating his hot dog. I was like, damn, you're pretty good at that. And like, I sat down. He's like, I'd like to see you do it. He's like, how are you going to eat it? I'm like, knife and fork.
That's what I would have done. That's what I totally would have done.
She'd be like, well, here's how I'm going to eat it. Just all the way down.
I really I don't know. I wish.
How do you eat hot dogs?
Well, I was gonna say I wish Frances still watched. I would do it with a knife and fork. But I wish Frances still watched this so she could see all the times that you do that, and then the next time she's getting with you, she just all of a sudden just goes.
I would die laughing my ass off.
Making fun of you. That'd be great.
I would die laughing my ass off. Oh man. Tell me something amazing, Missy.
It would be, well, I was going to say it'd be even more amazing if she then went to go down on you. She'd be like, damn it, now I've stretched it out too big. And then she would just be going, that'd be great. That's right, there you go.
Suck it through a straw.
That'd be hilarious.
I'm sorry, I'm boring.
That's right, definitely boring.
Going on.
No, we don't do company picnics. Last time they did a company picnic.
Let's say an Uber company picnic.
No, it was U.S. Ambulance, the place I work. I'll name drop. I don't care. They so it was not this past 4th of July. I don't think. No, it wasn't. It was the year before, which I kind of declined to participate in those days, especially if I would do a 24, and then it would be like that day that I was getting off work. I'm like, yeah, fuck this shit. So I went home, but they like when I showed up at the office with the truck to like get ready to leave, they had these big adult tricycles and like a dunk tank and
Adult tricycles, so they're just dildos everywhere.
No dildos.
It's an adult.
They were like big size.
Like my daughter's one.
No, it wasn't like hers, but it was really weird because it was like they were
adult
like it, but they
wheels?
didn't have. It's kind of hard to explain. They were like an adult bicycle, but it just split off enough in the back that it was literally like a fucking tricycle. Like you know how a kid's tricycle is shaped. It's just like that, but it's not like super wide like the actual tricycles. It's a little bit more narrow.
Okay.
But they were doing those, and they had like a like one of those money machines where you're like doing one of these things, and then they had like this little bounce house, and they open it up for the community, and they do like they partake in the parade that's there in town. And then they just, like if the community wants to come in and just, check us out, they can. But then also they had stuff that they were doing. And so they were doing like these drunk races, which, kind of sounds fun. But like he was waving money at him, like saying, all right, here's $100. See who can do like the most of these. And like, so they would take a shot and they would go around this little course that they made inside the station. And then, so they were making them do like tricycle races and, one of the dudes like fucking just had ended by the door and ran outside and projectile vomited every place. And like, what else did they do? But so they were doing that for a $100 bill. But they had like these big ass fifths of, like they had one of tequila, they had one of gin, they had a vodka, they had Jack Daniels, they had like all this shit. And then hardly anybody came, and so they had these. No, they were not fifths. They were a whole fucking gallon, is what they were, because they just had them, and so hardly any of the liquor was gone from them. So then they didn't really even raffle them off. They just kind of like gave them away to certain employees. Or like I don't know how they decided who got what, and then they just they did dunk tank shit, and I guess they had a lot of fun doing stuff, but like.
My employer had a company picnic about 2-3 weeks ago, and they had a lot of beer, a lot of soda, a shit ton of pulled pork. I brought a bunch of the pulled pork and the chicken home. It was all really good. The picnic shelter they rented at that public park was ridiculously nice. It had probably more.
Get it together.
That's right. Factories just do lame ass shit.
Well, like it had like more square footage than my fucking house, I think. Picnic shelter.
That's fun.
The garage doors that they open and close to get to the picnic shelter were like that damn thick.
Oh yeah.
It had heating and central AC in it, and on the wall they had a huge fireplace, and above it they had like a 70-inch smart TV, and the thing was broadcasting Wi-Fi. I'm going, this is a fucking public park. What the hell, people? It's just off like a baseball diamond and all this other stuff. To one side they had a dude dressed as a clown that was making balloon animals, and then like another dude there who was giving airbrush tattoos and painting and do like skin painting. My daughter was mad because she got up to all like the little kids kept running, and she wanted to get a spider tattoo like right here on her cheek.
She should have given her a spider tattoo on her cheek.
Like we got there a little bit late, and the dude's air compressor died.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
But to make it up, the dude that was making all the balloon animals made her like a bunch of them, like all on the slide, because like all the little kids kept coming up and wanting them. It was good times.
Yeah, I just got a styrofoam container with food in it, and that's it, and an hour lunch.
I hate factory things like that. You're like an hour lunch. That's what it is.
Well, they did.
It's like doing it on company time. It's like thanks for the picnic, shitheads.
Usually they used to do it outside, and they would have a band playing and stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
Which was cool and everything, but like I think they stopped doing that after COVID. Now we just go to the cafeteria and get our styrofoam container of food and ice cream. We get ice cream.
Like, I had it show up on my time hop the other day, but there was a shitty factory I worked at in Eaton. Long goddamn time ago called Neaton. They did, like, injected plastic car parts and bullshit. And they had a company picnic. This was 15 plus years ago now. But my daughter was, like, small, and I remember getting her face painted, doing all this other shit, running around with the ex who worked there, and they were giving tours, and it was like, show off your family where you're working. It's like, hey, everybody, here's my prison cell.
Right.
We have an opportunity to do that coming up soon.
Oh, yeah?
I don't have anybody to take with me, so
we'll be your family.
I was going to say, I would totally fucking go.
My kids.
We will be your kids.
That's
great.
We'll
be like, Mom, Mommy, Mom, hey, Mom.
I don't really want to go.
The thing I remember about the Neaton one is they had like this badass inflatable setup where it was like not just like a bounce house. One of it was a bounce house, but there were like tunnels and shit the kids can crawl through. And like my daughter was inside the damn thing, and they turned it off while she was inside because they're like, "We're done.
That's funny.
It's 4:00. We're done. We're turning off." Like my kid's in there.
Oh yeah, I heard this story.
I've never heard this story.
We're like, my kid's in there. Well, no, they're not. They're clearly out here in the crowd. No, they're definitely in there. And like as it was deflating, I was like, fucking, like, I dove in one side, like, get the hell out of there. We're gonna turn it back on. Come back out, and the kid, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, when we went hiking, I heard this story.
She told.
That's funny.
I was like, didn't you yell or something? She said she didn't.
She was like,
no idea. That's funny.
4 or 5 or some shit. Not very old. Not like now where she's going to have no hesitations in yelling and screaming if something pisses her off.
You fucking pieces of shit. I could see it. I could definitely see it.
Well, she learned from her dad not to take too much shit, hopefully.
Right. Good times.
Big lesson.
Absolutely. I know I thought of something funny the other day. And it's really upsetting because I don't remember. But the funny thing, it's not really that funny, but it's like, I remember when we went and visited April one time at Neaton a long time ago, and we went to Fazoli's, and I don't know if we brought her actual food, or if we just had a shit ton of breadsticks.
Shit ton of breadsticks.
So then did we take her any breadsticks, or did we just show up and then fucking breadstick the shit out of her car antenna? So we just we lined them down. We just like stacked them like 4 or 5 high, and we gave her a breadsticking. Yeah, that would have been what we did. That was back when I was working at fucking Hastings, man, and like when I was doing like the shift manager shit, and my whole goal was anytime I'd go on my lunch break, I'd go to Fazoli's. Be like, yes, can I have like as many breadsticks as you fuckers will give me? Because they're like, sure. The all-you-can-eat breads. I don't think they do it like that anymore. And then like,
sound amazing from Fazoli's right now.
I would like just take a whole like a dozen, 2 dozen of them, and like that crappy plastic or like wax paper thing, bring them back with me, and I would just throw them on the counter up there and be like, attention, Hastings Associates, there is a ton of breadsticks up here. Please come get some. That's funny. And they would, everybody just come up and start grabbing at them. And everybody would suddenly be much happier and, like, work better because, hey, look, we got free breadsticks. People like free shit, and they like to eat.
Free breadsticks would be a plus.
I took my kids to Fazoli's once, and one time only, and they're like, this is not good. They didn't like it. What the fuck? But you know what? I feel like because the way I cook and I make shit really good, it's like they're snobs. Yeah, I mean, they'll eat dumb shit like fucking fast food, like, ooh, I love McDonald's. And, Taco Bell is really fucking cool. Or they'll go out for wings and shit.
Taco Bell is really fucking cool. If I had that shit for like 2 days and I really want to crap my pants.
But then it's just like, certain things, it's like, man.
Things I hope they don't eat while we're in Chicago.
I think Fazoli's is kind of nostalgic for me, and maybe that's why I like it, because
Right.
my dad used to take us there.
I was gonna say, because I liked it, but I was like, yeah, this is like not. I mean, it's good, but it's like.
But the breadsticks are the shit.
They kind of are, but they still even weren't that
They really
day.
are.
Fazoli's is fast food Italian, where, you know, I never go into Fazoli's expecting it to be fancy by any means. At some point in recent years, they switched from, like, plastic forks and styrofoam plates to, if you eat in, to, like, actual metal forks and, you know, actual plates and shit. And I never did care for that. I was like, come on, give me the, like, cheap, dirty Fazoli's, for lack of a better way to put it.
I don't know, I like the metal because I hate plastic utensils because they break too easily.
See, for my brain, it's kind of like, what the fuck are you guys trying to do? You trying to compete with fucking Olive Garden? Come on, you don't even sell alcohol here.
Right.
And, I mean, I guess that's what the idea is, but still. I eat there way too much, though. Pasta. Nudes.
I need to go to Fazoli's.
Just so you know, if you're going to send me nudes, Fazoli's gift cards are the best.
Anything else? What would I don't know. I thought I had something kind of funny that happened one day, and it was really fun.
Was it about sex?
No.
Could have been about sex. Make up a story about sex.
Well, there was one day I was going to Ron's house. And
To have butt
I like
sex.
where this is going.
and
To have butt sex.
I showed up early,
To have
and
butt
he
sex.
was just getting out of the shower, and I broke in, and some dude was just totally going to town on him. And then another dude walked in, and he was like, "Hey, I'm here for my date." And he was like, "What?" And then, you know, he's like, they're really confused and wondering why he had two guys there. And then, you know, they just both entered him, like the same hole and everything.
Double penetration.
Absolutely. And he was loving it.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
But no, I don't know. I was telling some people the other day about our, or maybe was I talking to you? No. I know I told some people about how we were, middle of the night, we were hiking in Houston woods, and, you know, we stumbled upon the cabins, and everybody on the rail on the backside of their, like, porch area of the cabin, they having their towels hang, and then we decided to, like, switch everybody's towels, so then that way, like, they would come out and they would have towels there, but they just, for some reason, looked weird because they weren't their towels. But I don't think that was the funny thing I was thinking of, but, you know, that was funny. I don't know if I've ever talked about that on this.
I hope some of those people are watching. They're like, that's what happened.
That would be awesome. Like, all those years ago, those sons of bitches, they didn't steal my towel.
We thought that was Granny's first sign of dementia. She was talking about the towels being wrong. But no, it wasn't. We sent her to the old folks home with dementia because of that. And she never had it. No! She died forgetting who we were, but not really.
And let's see. Because I remember I was telling Logan that because we were hiking and shit. And then what else did we do?
We went ghost hunting for things.
We did. We did a lot of those things. I told Logan something else funny. Can't remember what I told him.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing I thought was great about the last week. Because I was like feeling like very head trippy, wanted to get the hell out. Friday night, I went to
Oh yes, we did do that.
Went to a football game for her kid's school. It was great because it's a school I've never been to. And I just kind of bullshitted where the place was. And her son's team, like, it was a fucking shutout. Because the other team really sucked. It was like 55-0 or something.
They, the seniors were hazing the freshmen. And then so all the seniors were banned from playing. And so it was just nothing but freshmen playing the other, my kid's school. So yeah, they won big time, but like,
that was cool.
It was like kind of cool, and fun to watch them be hyped up and win. But I think it's also like, this is fucking easy. We're not even that good of a football team. We just beat them because they had everybody that sucked. Like,
finger my holes, bitch. After that, we went over to Richmond to a brewery, and I hung out in Richmond, Indiana for the first time on a Friday night in 10 years. It was weird and cool at the same time. What was the name of the brewery we went to?
I don't know.
But we had a few beers there. It was all their stuff I had. One was a cream ale, a chocolate a stout, a chocolate something or other, and then like a blueberry wheat ale. The blueberry wheat tasted
New
a lot.
Boswell.
Okay.
They're currently closed right now. That's really weird.
Their wheat ale tasted a lot like the one I did.
3 p.m. on Friday. So they only do weekends? Mm-hmm. Friday and Saturday nights only.
Okay.
Wowzers. 3 to 1 a.m. and 11 to 1
How
a.m.
do they stay in business like that? They must get good business or something on the weekends.
If it literally, because see, they have food and shit. Like there's like a kitchen and everything else. So I figured it would be like during the week.
Right?
Do you think they like sell their beer to other people around there?
I don't know. I feel like maybe they make enough on the weekends, and maybe it's just the husband and wife that run it on the weekends.
Maybe.
Because that's who it was. It was like a lady and a dude, and like they're talking as if they own the place.
Yeah.
And they're like, we brew our, but like any place could do that. But I feel like that dude was like talking like he owned it, and so if they're only working like 20 hours a week and it's always on the weekends, and they can do shit during the week when shit isn't as crowded.
Kill yourself, Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday, and then
they're not even doing it unless they're like preparing for the week or something, or brewing beer.
Kill yourself Friday, Saturday, and then, or it could be where they're just getting started kind of a deal and they've got other shit they're doing during the week.
Well,
but there's pretty decent. There's a stand-up comedian there, Elvis something or other. Because he gave
stickers.
I want to say like maybe Elvis Costello, but I don't think that was him.
No.
That's a singer.
It was like that's Elvis Presley. I don't know. He had like a fat. He had like a fucking.
They're both singers.
He had a pig on his thing. Okay, it was like a pig.
Why is Ron so dumb? A pig person.
At any rate, it was good. When we left there and went back home, I rode my Harley down.
He's got a guitar.
Okay,
it's Elvis Costello.
What the fuck's that other
I
dude's
know what
name?
I'm talking about.
Elvis the comedian.
Anyway, I'm stupid, and we all knew this. But when I had left Missy, I was riding my Harley, and I was like, oh, hey, I haven't rode my Harley in a while. Sweet. I've got the gas tank fixed. Sweet. My eBay-issued turn signal relay decided on the way down it wasn't too happy, and it stopped working. That's fine. I was taking back roads. I took the interstate part of the way to get back, and when I stopped to gas up, my high beam burned out. So I rode home in the dark with only a low beam, and I am extremely glad that Friday night was like a full moon, and it was bright as hell out because I had next to no lights on my damn bike.
Damn.
That was an adventure.
I bet. Kind of a long drive.
So I'm guessing this is probably it. Oh, it just opened up. So there's ElvisComedy.com, and this picture is in the van.
He had a van.
Socks and Undies show. I swear that sounds familiar. There was a van that was completely covered in stickers and writing all over it. It was really weird. This is Elvis Ally. Produces the Socks and Undies show where audiences bring new undergarments, in lieu of cover charge. He has performed over 200 homeless shelters across America. That was him. Traveled to 48 states practicing guerrilla comedy. In his spare time, Elvis volunteers as a lot lizard. And...
So wait, is the undergarments for like homeless people then?
I'm thinking so, because he's doing this at the homeless shelters, right? Like I remember seeing a little bit about that, like on a piece of paper there, but I didn't know it was at homeless shelters. I just knew it was the Socks and Undies show where you can bring undergarments so you don't have to do the cover charge, and I didn't understand why, and I just kind of figured. And the website sucks for your phone usage. Oh, maybe a little bit, maybe not so much.
Or just slow signal.
No, because the videos like taking over the...
No, just poorly formatted.
Right, and so like this van has a bunch of stickers in it, but it looks a little bit different than the van he had, but it's like obviously you just keep adding stickers over it. You got the about page.
Yeah, enough stickers you don't have to worry about rusting out.
Right. The Waffle House, something or other. 28 days, 50 Waffle Houses, that's funny as shit. Plan A, the Van Nuys Comedy Club. Well, that sounds, pretty cool that he does this at homeless shelters and shit like that. I like it.
What was that guy's address?
I don't know what his address was.
Website.
Oh, it's the ElvisComedy.com. ElvisComedy.com.
He was funny. Mostly. I was kind of drunk.
Kind of wish I would have went now.
It was like...
It was cool. It was
like, yeah, it was like, all right.
For me, it was one of those, like, particularly, that was, like, right after the day after all that blood. I was like, my house still kind of had that irony, tinny, old blood smell going in the air. It's like, I needed to get away from that badly. Trauma. So, what else do we got? Because we're about at time, but not quite.
I got nothing.
Ron's like, I'm going to rush the fuck out of here. Fuck this shit. We're getting out of here. I really don't have anything. Did we learn anything cool? Ron talks very poorly of people.
Ron's an asshole. Ren knows this.
Missy loves rewriting. She should have been a news headline writer.
Ron knows.
Especially for the National Enquirer. I could have
sure.
really totally done that one.
Ron knows he's going to have a shitty smelling weekend.
A shitty smelling weekend.
Yeah.
Dutch ovens are cool. Dunno.
Ron likes waffle stomping.
Right.
Waffle stomping is such a great...
You can waffle stomp a dead body down the drain, trust me.
Just waffle stomping is just such a great phrase. I'm going to waffle stomp that shit.
Waffle stomp the
What?
body
I'm
down.
going to waffle stomp the shit out of that problem. Just stomp that shit right down the drain. It works.
That's funny.
It's like a positive thing. I'm going to waffle stomp it. Yeah!
That's funny shit.
If I could play instruments and music, I'd write a song called Waffle Stompin' Blues.
You should do it anyway because it's...
song. I feel like that sounds familiar.
Waffle Stomp the song, or should I Google Waffle Stomping Blues?
Yes. Just waffle stomp the song or waffle stomping blues. Whichever makes you happier.
We should have our own album. Our own.
I got Waffle Stomp and then a space. You get, so top searches, Waffle Stomp meaning, Waffle Stomp GIF, and then Waffle Stomp Joe Walsh. We're gonna...
Let me see what...
Fast Times at Wobble Stomp, sung by Joe Walsh. So, Fast Times at Ridgemont High soundtrack. So, let's see this. Just might have to turn down a lot.
Waffle recipe.
I feel like that beat right there could make a good ringtone.
I want the lyrics. I mean, like, I would totally listen to that song. I know that now. No, come on. Get off of there. Okay.
Interesting. I just found something interesting.
Which is?
I'm not going to tell you.
Are you going to make a waffle stomp for meal next time?
Mm-hmm.
Waffle stomp and breakfast.
So we're going to do the blue waffle breakfast.
The blue waffle stomp and breakfast.
Oh, good ideas, good ideas.
Still think it's great that in Walmart there is a blue waffle on the store shelves.
Is it really?
Yes. There's like a pink one and a blue one. It's like a mermaid. And
I've done those. They're good.
It's like a blue mermaid theme, or was it a pink mermaid theme and like a blue whale one, something like that. But it was totally a blue waffle at Walmart, and I'm just like,
I think I might have seen that before.
any kid that's like, Mom, I want the blue waffle. I want the blue waffle. I want the blue waffle. And their mom Googles it and is like, No, Jimmy, you're not getting the blue waffle. Not to your much older and much stupider.
So this song, the lyrics are: the terminally bored sit around with nothing to do. They say work is hell. Heaven knows it just ain't true. Well, you can punch at your boss, get fired from your job, collect unemployment for your own enjoyment, take out the trash, come down with a rash, pick up disease, have donuts and coffee with Colonel Gaddafi, write a new novel that's perfectly awful, buy some new work boots, stomp a waffle or two. So I don't know.
The meaning of waffle stomping is different than what we're referring to.
I feel like that is true. And it's only referenced one time. I really wonder what he means by stomp a waffle or two.
Just assuming that he's like talking.
What does Joe Walsh mean by stomping a waffle or two?
I'm just assuming that it's talking about like, the pattern on the bottom of like work shoes looking like waffly maybe.
I don't know.
Like,
I was kind of wondering, and when it like, I don't know. I was like, is this racist? That was like my first thought. Is he like calling white people waffles?
Oh my god, dude!
Are Mexicans waffles? Who would be a waffle? Would it be Belgians? I feel like it would be Belgians. He's going to stomp a Belgian.
You reminded me of something else I want to talk about on this episode since you mentioned that.
Okay.
So, they released a trailer for the live-action Little Mermaid movie.
Yes, and people are just fucking...
And what the hell is it? Little black girl's playing her, Halle something or other.
Halle Berry? She's not a little
black. Not Halle Berry, but... but she, I watched the trailer, and at the very end you see her, and she looks like a cute little mermaid. She's got red hair, whatever. Some dude went through and with filters and a bunch of shit, re-edited it so she is a white chick.
Wow, why?
Because that's his Little Mermaid. And I'm assuming that's what the guy jerks off to.
Maybe.
And, it caused enough of a fury. Apparently he got banned from Twitter for posting it and a few other things.
People are weird. I saw this dude tearing apart this chick that was talking about how she didn't like she preferred the white Little Mermaid, and he tore her down basically saying that she was a white supremacist. And I was like, yeah, I mean, maybe. It's like, if she's not racist, but she wants to have everybody be white, and she was like, what'd she say? They were taking away culture.
Yeah.
And it was really great because I don't know what the original story was and where it was from, but he said there's black people there too, so they could have a black Little Mermaid technically. So that's not erasing culture by making her black. And it was really cool.
So they said it was erasing culture by having a black.
Mm-hmm.
It's erasing
the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Because she's originally white, and it's and where she was where the original story was written is a predominantly white culture, but there are black people there. So it's just it would be like saying, well, this is an American story. It was originally written for America, so why are you using a black person? It would be like saying that. Because black people are minority there, but they still exist there. Right. So it could be that person had in mind black Little Mermaid, for the books,
My only other response is, and this will sound totally racist, if they don't make Sebastian the Crab fucking talk with a Jamaican accent, I'm out. Because if I don't hear see with a sweet Jamaican beat, I'm out. Fuck that.
That's not racist. You want him to be that way.
He has to have that because that's what made it. I don't care about Ariel.
Right.
And then, of course, there was the meme I posted, which was everybody mad about, Ariel being black. What about a female Prince Eric?
I didn't even see anything about anybody being mad. I don't know. I guess it just doesn't show up in my shit because I don't have.
It was a very slow day. I'll also say that it was a very slow day at work, and I had plenty of time to research.
That's funny.
I saw your female Prince Eric thing, but I didn't know that people were actually pissed about a black Ariel. I think that's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I got a video of a bunch of girls, black girls, reacting to the black Ariel, and that's pretty much what I got. That's all I got about it today. I think. I don't think I got any anger towards it.
I seem to get things that are really trending. I just get it, just fucking and I'm like, Jesus God, and I can't get away from this shit.
I was just happy to have something that wasn't about the war in Ukraine or the fucking Queen.
I haven't seen the war in Ukraine for a while.
I haven't seen much about that lately.
I was seeing all those kick-ass memes about the fucking Queen, and then I'm seeing all the conspiracy shit that I feel is not very conspiracy shit, because it was I don't like Jeff Epstein and then Ghislaine,
his girlfriend, not girlfriend.
I like calling it Ghislaine, but
I think that sounds the best.
Right? They were something about they were at her cabin or something, and there was some kind of who was it? Was it Prince Andrew? one of the guys had been on their jet basically, and then some girl like sued big time. And I get if this is true, but like some chick supposedly sued big time for like the shit that she caused. That the one prince caused him, so like, or caused her rather, and so like she was awarded like $16 million, and this particular girl was trafficked by Epstein, so it's like all that shit ties in, like they were close with the family and stuff like that, so it's kind of like interesting shit. And so I was getting a lot of that stuff.
Reasons why Epstein didn't commit suicide.
That's right. I really like following anything that ties into that. It's like, ooh, does this tie into this? Let's watch this.
Well, so that's what we've learned today.
And then there's people that said that the Queen's been dead for a really long time. They just waited till now to announce it.
I know that there was a few things they said. It's like, why does she have an open casket? Because she's fucking dead.
She didn't want one.
She didn't want one because she's fucking dead. Well, why didn't she have an open casket? Because fuck you. Apparently, they made her casket like 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
The board Ron doom scrolling the internet. Apparently, her casket was made 30 years ago because, like, at 70, they figured, in her 70s, they figured she was going to die. And so they were like, we'll make a casket for her. And they just kept it in, like, storage until now. I'm just going, man, that's a thought. I'm going to make your coffin. And out of spite, you're going to stay alive for 30 years so we can't fucking use it.
Yeah. It's all right.
Okay. Is there anything else we've learned?
No.
No.
Dutch Oven Ron, Waffle Stomp Ron.
Yeah, that's about it.
This was an episode about Ron today.
It was.
Ron was the only one that's awake today.
Yeah. I'm awake. I just am boring.
I'm awake, yeah. I've just kind of been like, meh. Haven't done or experienced anything cool. It was like,
So, depending on mood and timing, we may or may not film an episode from our hotel. If we do, cool. If we don't, we'll talk all about how we didn't film our episode next week.
Yay.
And we will definitely talk about that Dutch ovening.
Yes.
If they want to go to if they want to go to Taco Bell beforehand, I may not be here next week because I could be dead.
Dutch
ovening.
Ovening. The ovening.
And the other important part is, if they do Dutch oven me on one bed and they do shit that bed, well, there's a whole other bed to use.
Absolutely.
No, you don't get to share a bed with us if you shit.
That's right. You should be like, whoops, you got poop on you, so you're going to lay in poop bed.
And they're like...
Right, exactly. Because that's the only way, that's the only reason why guys like that gross shit, is because it's the only way they'll get attention from girls. They really don't like it. They just have no choice. They have to like it.
So if there's a glass coffee
they
table...
They get no choice, but they have to have the nasty kinks and fetishes.
So if there's a glass coffee table, I'm going to give them both $50 to shove the glass coffee table while I lay underneath and masturbate.
Get down on the floor, Ron. I will sit there for an hour. It's worth $50 fucking.
You have to shit the entire hour.
I don't. Well, no, because you just said you would lay on the floor and pay me $50 to shit on it. I said I would sit there an hour because if it took me an hour to shit, it's still well worth $50 fucking. I'll just be like, dude, I'm just going to drink more beer as I'm sitting here. Like, Ariana, brew the coffee. We need the heavy artillery.
The coffee. That'll
we need the heavy artillery.
Instead of big, thick, slow shit, it's just going to be like a fucking Jackson Pollock painting.
I'm going to make you a painting.
And on that note, ladies,
the
StrobingButtplug.com. Like, subscribe, share.
I will
Check
shit
you
for
later.